Welcome back to the channel Valuable Coins HD coin enthusiasts. If you're into rare coins or just curious about the hidden treasures that might be sitting in your coin jar, you're in for a treat today. We're going to be talking about a coin that may seem like an everyday penny at first glance, the 1980 Lincoln 1 cent. But don't let its simple appearance fool you. This seemingly humble penny might be worth much more than you think. Stick with us, and you'll find out why the 1980 Lincoln 1 cent is such a sought-after item in the world of numismatics. The 1980 Lincoln penny might not have the same historical significance as some of the older coins out there, but it's the perfect example of how rarity, condition, and even minting errors can transform a regular penny into something truly valuable. The story of this coin begins in the early 80s when it was minted as part of the ongoing series of Lincoln cents. Back in 1980, the United States was dealing with inflation, and many of the pennies from this period were produced in large numbers to keep up with the economy's demands. However, the real story here isn't about how many were made, it's about how few have survived in excellent condition. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, showing signs of wear and tear, which makes finding one in mint or uncirculated condition extremely rare. And let me tell you, if you happen to have one of these coins that's been carefully preserved or kept in pristine condition, you could be holding on to a valuable piece of history. Now, let's get to the exciting part. Why is this 1980 penny so valuable? The answer lies in its condition. Like most collectors, you probably already know that the value of a coin increases exponentially the better it's preserved. Coins that have been kept in uncirculated condition, free from scratches, discoloration, or any sign of use, are much more desirable to collectors. And that's where the 1980 Lincoln 1 cent comes into play. The better the condition, the more it's worth, and finding a 1980 penny in mint state is a rare occurrence, but condition alone isn't the only thing that can make a 1980 penny valuable. As with many coins, minting errors can make all the difference in a coin's price. A small flaw during the production process can turn a typical penny into a highly prized collectible. In fact, one of the most exciting things about collecting coins is finding those rare minting errors that make a coin truly unique. If you're fortunate enough to find a 1980 Lincoln 1 cent with a double die obverse, consider yourself lucky. This happens when the die that stamps the design onto the coin shifts or is misaligned during the minting process. This can result in doubled letters, such as Liberty or In God We Trust. Coins with a double die are highly sought after because they're incredibly rare and feature unique, doubled designs that make them stand out from the rest of the coins in circulation. Another error to look out for is the off-center strike. When this occurs, the coin is not properly aligned in the press, causing the design to be shifted off-center. Off-center strikes are special because they make the coin look different from anything you'd typically expect to see in your pocket change. If you find a 1980 penny with this error, you could be looking at a coin that's not only rare but highly valuable in the eyes of collectors. So, you might be wondering, how much is a rare 1980 Lincoln 1 cent worth? Well, if you find one of these coins in great condition, or if it features one of those valuable minting errors, you could be looking at a price far above face value. In fact, a well-preserved 1980 Lincoln 1 cent with an error could be worth $67,000, that's right, $67,000 for a single penny. It's hard to believe, but it's true. A coin that most people would overlook could actually be a jackpot waiting to be discovered. So, if you have a 1980 Lincoln penny in your collection or find one in your change, make sure to give it a close inspection. It could be worth far more than just 1 cent. Today, we're diving into a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but trust me, there's a lot more to it than meets the eye, the 1981 Lincoln 1 cent. You may have a few of these pennies lying around, but what if I told you that some of them could be worth much more than their face value? Stick with me until the end of this video, because we're about to uncover the rare qualities of this coin that could make it worth a small fortune. Let's start with a little bit of background. The 1981 Lincoln cent was produced during an era when the United States was dealing with economic changes, and inflation was becoming an issue. This was also a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning from copper coins to zinc-plated copper, which meant the coins produced during this period were made using a combination of copper and zinc. The 1981 penny is part of this era, and although many of these coins were mass-produced, finding one in excellent condition is actually quite rare. Most of the 1981 pennies that you'll find have been heavily circulated, resulting in signs of wear and tarnishing. So, why does this matter for collectors? Well, as any numismatist will tell you, the condition of a coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that have been kept in uncirculated condition are much more desirable to collectors. These pristine, untouched coins are far less common, and that rarity makes them highly sought after. If you're lucky enough to stumble upon a 1981 Lincoln cent in mint condition, you could be holding onto something really special. Now, let's take a deeper look at the things that can make this penny even more valuable: minting errors. Minting errors happen when something goes wrong during the production process. These errors can result in unique characteristics that set the coin apart from other standard coins. Collectors love these coins because they're one of a kind, and they can dramatically increase the value of the coin. One of the most coveted errors to watch for on the 1981 Lincoln cent is the double die obverse error. This occurs when the design on the coin is struck multiple times, resulting in doubled lettering or numbers. If you happen to find a 1981 penny with doubled inscriptions, such as the word "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," then congratulations, you've got yourself a rare coin that could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Double die coins are highly desirable to collectors, so don't overlook any slight doubling you might see on your 1981 pennies. Another important error to look out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is misaligned during the minting process, causing the design to be struck off-center. Coins with an off-center strike are extremely interesting to collectors because they are unique and stand out from the regular batch of coins. If your 1981 penny has an off-center strike, then you're in luck. This could make your coin even more valuable and sought after by numismatists. So, now that you know about the errors that can make a 1981 Lincoln cent more valuable, you might be wondering just how much these rare coins can actually fetch. Well, here's the exciting part. If you have a 1981 Lincoln penny that's in uncirculated condition, or if you find one with a minting error like the double die or off-center strike, you could be looking at a coin worth a whopping $63,000. Yes, you heard that right, $63,000 for a single 1981 Lincoln cent. It may seem unbelievable, but that's the value these rare, error-filled coins can reach when they're in excellent condition or feature unique minting flaws. So, next time you're sorting through your coins or checking out some change you just got, make sure to give those 1981 pennies a closer look. You might just have a small treasure hiding in plain sight. I hope this video gave you a new perspective on the 1981 Lincoln cent and the potential value of your coins. Today, we're talking about a coin that might look like just another penny at first glance, but don't be fooled, this coin could be worth a small fortune. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1982 Lincoln 1 cent. This particular penny is not just your ordinary everyday coin. It's got some unique qualities that make it highly sought after by collectors, and you might have one sitting in your collection or even in your pocket change without realizing its true value. So, stick around and discover why this 1982 penny might just be worth more than you think. Now, before we get into the details of how much this coin could be worth, let's take a quick look at some background information. The 1982 Lincoln 1 cent is part of an interesting and transitional period in U.S. coinage. In that year, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from the classic copper composition to a new copper-plated zinc design. This means that in 1982, the Mint produced two different versions of the Lincoln penny. Some were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, while others were made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This was a significant change, and it's this very difference in material composition that makes the 1982 penny a highly collectible coin. What's fascinating about the 1982 Lincoln penny is that it's part of a transitional moment in U.S. currency history. The change in materials from copper to zinc-plated copper was a result of rising copper prices, which made it too costly for the U.S. Mint to continue using pure copper. As a result, the 1982 pennies were produced in both compositions, and this is where the story of rarity begins. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this 1982 penny so valuable? The key lies in the copper version of the coin. The copper 1982 pennies are more rare than the zinc-plated ones, and finding one in uncirculated condition is like stumbling upon a hidden treasure. Coins that have been in circulation for years are usually worn out, tarnished, and damaged. But if you find one of these copper 1982 pennies in pristine, uncirculated condition, you've got a coin that could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. But that's not all. There's another factor that could boost the value of your 1982 penny, and that's minting errors. Minting errors are flaws that occur during the production of the coin. These errors can range from minor mistakes to more significant issues that make the coin unique and rare. One of the most sought-after errors in the 1982 penny is the double die obverse, which occurs when the coin is struck twice, resulting in doubled lettering or other design features on the front of the coin. If your 1982 penny has this error, it could be worth a lot more than a regular penny, as these types of errors are rare and highly prized by collectors. Another minting error to look out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is misaligned during the minting process, causing the design to be struck off-center. These off-center coins are considered special because they are one-of-a-kind pieces that are drastically different from normal coins. If you happen to have a 1982 penny with an off-center strike, congratulations. You've got a rare coin that could bring in a hefty price. So, what's the bottom line? Just how much can a 1982 Lincoln 1 cent be worth? Well, if you've got one of these rare copper pennies in excellent condition, or, better yet, a coin with a minting error like a double die or off-center strike, you could be looking at a coin worth $56,000. Yes, you heard that right. $56,000 for a single 1982 Lincoln 1 cent. It might sound unbelievable, but it's true. These rare, pristine pennies or those with unique minting flaws can fetch impressive sums in the world of numismatics. So, the next time you're sifting through your coin collection or come across a 1982 penny, make sure to take a closer look. Who knows? You might have just found a small treasure worth thousands of dollars. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you learned something new and exciting about the 1982 Lincoln 1 cent and its potential value. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more rare coins and valuable finds, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a future video. As always, happy collecting, and keep your eyes peeled for your next big coin discovery.